Okay. So what is today? April 9th already? A few more days to the tax man. Well, I guess it could be. Anyhow. So it is April 9th. It's a Saturday evening. I do like daylight savings time. And it's approximately 10 minutes to 7. I do like the daylight savings time, like I said. Going into this cemetery in this plot. Unfortunately, my father passed away on January 16th. Tell you what, people say that a cemetery is an eerie place. It isn't to me. I come here all hours of the night, different times, stop, visit the grave, talk to them even. And I have to say that the cemetery is the most peaceful place on earth as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm a religious man, and this is a Catholic cemetery, so therefore everyone here has had a Catholic funeral, so maybe that makes it, but I've never thought of it as being eerie, and I come here all different times of the day or night. Whenever I feel like it, I just stop by here, and at least a couple times a day. Usually on my way to work and on my way home. Stop at this grave. My father's in a corner plot, and all his life, for the majority of his life, he lived on a corner house. That's the house I grew up in. House was on the corner, and then if we went to the movies or to a sporting event or really to any kind of event, he would prefer to be on the aisle. And now his final resting spot is on the aisle. Just a coincidence, but well, no, it was by choice. He bought that plot several years ago. But just thought I'd throw that in there. So, what's going on? Well, a couple of things. I was asked to comment about two different discussions that are going on. One of them is about an 8-year-old being hit with pepper spray. Well, on one hand, I could say that it's pretty rough to hit an 8-year-old with pepper spray, but as it turns out, he had turned his whole classroom into an uproar. The teachers had moved the other students into a closet or to another room that was locked, where he had turned the wood trim around the wall into a sharp stick to use as a weapon if anyone came out. He admitted he intended to use it on them if they came out. And now in the video, his mother and he are making a point that spraying him with pepper spray was extreme. And well, when I first heard that, I thought spraying an 8-year-old pepper spray was a little over the top. But upon further review, I guess the police had been called to the school a couple of times because this kid, I don't know if he has mental problems or emotional problems, or well, I guess it'd be emotional. His anger management is such that on 2 other occasions they called the police, and the police were able to talk him into cooperating the other 2 times, and this time I guess the debate is if they attempted to do that or if they just shot him with pepper spray. My guess is they attempted to calm him down and he refused. Because that's what happens with kids if you don't make it clear that they have to conform. Sometimes what'll happen is just being told, no, you can't do that, isn't enough. And you have to demonstrate. Most kids aren't as troubled as this guy is. This kid, it's a damn shame that an 8-year-old boy is such that, and he and his mother think that this is just something that's going to be with him all his life. He did get moved to a school that's for anger management, so that's good. That happened in Lakeview. I think they said Lakewood, Colorado. I think is where that happened. The other thing I was asked to comment on is a guy pulled a knife on a Burger King for putting tomato on his hamburger. Well, I don't like tomato on my hamburger either, so I can understand the violent rage. And if it was a pickle, anybody who's ever met me knows that I don't like pickles. So there's a video, I did a video about that once too. But that's neither here nor there. The truth of the matter is, you can't just go berserk on a fast food restaurant over an honest mistake. So I wish I had a more creative way to explain that other than to say that. But I think I can. I think I could say that you can't just pull a knife on a Burger King or any fast food place. This is fast food. It's the least expensive food on the market. It's how you can have lunch for under $10 and how you can get it quickly. You got 15 minutes for lunch and you got about $10 to spend, maybe only 5 or 6. You could still have lunch. You could do it for $3 when I was in high school. You'd get a burger, fry, and a Coke for $3. But again, I'm not dissing high school students, but that's largely who works in these fast food restaurants. It's a job to them, no more. It's the only way to get money. They don't really want to be there a lot of times otherwise. I certainly don't mean all, but in a lot of cases that is how it is. It's the only way to get money or they wouldn't be there. They're not terribly worried about your hamburger. All their friends are out at the park or out at this or that and they're working. And well, sometimes you deal with a few things like the wrong condiments on your sandwich. That's certainly not something to raise Cain over. Alright, well, that's the video.